Hi, Holly. Good to see you today, love. Sorry we missed you yesterday. Get this shared real quick. I'm already ahead of the game here. All right, got it. How are you doing today, Miss Holly? And welcome those of you watching the replay, and those of you just filing in. Hi, Susan. Good to see your beautiful face, love. Almost out. Come on. She doesn't want to come in here. She wants to be in there.
She was in the living room for a while.
Okay, I love you. I'm on. Like, thank you. Town politics. Gotta be fun, right? Oh boy. Hello, Sue. How are you, darling? Hello, Miss Anna. Hello, everyone. All right. Get up there. Go lay down. Go get in your princess spot. Go on. My dog's just staring at me. Like, you know, you know what's happening. What? Go lay down. Go lay down in your princess spot. Go on. Whatever. I guess she'll just stare at me and it'll be awkward. Hi, Catherine. I'm good. How are you? Helena, Kara, hello, lovelies. Good to see you both. Hi. All right. I'm just a bit tired. I probably didn't get to sleep until like 3:30 or 4. So, your girl is sleepy. You fell asleep yesterday? Good, you needed it. You've been a busy mama. Okay. We'll start the reading in just a minute since everyone's pretty much here for the most part. My kids are going crazy now. They're playing, so they have perfect timing. It's always like they're quiet and chill for a couple hours leading up to the podcast, and then right whenever I go live, it's like, okay, balls to the wall, everyone. They sound like a herd of rhinos. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. All right. I guess we'll start. Um, you took 2 naps today, Kara? Jealous. I am so jealous. You needed it too. You've been a busy lady lately as well. Outcome didn't happen. My husband will never accept a full-time fire chief position for our town. He's been a part-time fire chief for 8 years. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about that, Holly. Change is afoot for everyone, and not all of it is pleasant. So I'm sorry to hear that. Um, so we have Gogoro with ego death. Basically, the tower card, lightning and all the shit. There is very fast, incredible, powerful change underway for us all on an individual level as well as collective. Um, the world card showing up on the bottom of the deck in the reverse. This is the vice versa tarot. So, world card, it's the back of her. um, you, she's in the middle of stepping through the portal in this card. Um, she's not completely on one side or the other. She's right there in that in between. And that's why there's still so much change and lower frequencies surfacing, being loud on their way out, both collectively and individually. We have energies coming back around lately, like it's a damn Mercury retrograde, right? Hello, Indy. Yeah, I don't blame him for that, Holly. Absolutely. I'm going to highlight your comment there because that's the attitude, baby. So proud of him. And that's good for you guys, you know? So win win. But, you know, not very comfortable, kind of abrupt, you know? Um, but it's again stepping through that portal energy. We have the Four of Wands, and it's the reverse of this too, but they're just, you know, that's Pan, in case you didn't know, playing his little flute, escorting his lovely maiden through the threshold into their happiness, sun, ultimate happiness, right? Um, with that dove showing up on the bottom of the card right there, that symbolizes peace, purification, um, a new phase, a new cycle, a very positive, pure cycle. We have union also, bottom of the deck energy showing up here, things coming together, right? Even though it might look a little chaotic, might look a little chaotic, might feel like parts of you that maybe you are or are not wanting to look at are kind of in the spotlight right now. Um, you're shedding light on subconscious thought patterns, beliefs, like the unconscious part of you. Accountability right after that. Okay. So you can take accountability so that you can understand, so you can understand and chart your next course by taking that into consideration. Seven of Cups, a lot of different options, a lot of different paths, timelines, things like that. Make sure that you're using your discernment, your intuition together in order to truly bring forth the outcome that you desire. And because you're coming to this decision, is why these unconscious hindrances are surfacing for you. Hello, Culture Envy. Um, we have the Six of Cups here, and it is showing up in the upright. This is a positive meaning for this card. She's receiving a gift, so it's a like a visitor bringing gifts, things coming back around, or this could also be universal abundance, favor, justice on past actions, past seeds that you've sown. Everything's coming back into balance. Hold the vision. You're stepping through that gateway. Hold that vision. We see the little skull on fire down here. That's burning away all of those unconscious um, beliefs or thought patterns that inhibit you. Ripped off his retirement fund through the city? Oh my goodness, Wendy. That is awful. Um, So continue to hold the vision. We do have the moon card showing up in the reverse. This is everything that has come to light, everything that caused those towers to crumble. You know, the structures are weakening, they're crumbling, being eclipsed. Okay, you hold the light in the palm of your hand. She has this vessel over here that's full. So you're in practice to maintain your emotional balance and continue to hold that light, hold that vision, hold your frequency. We have this channel card with the animal energy. This could be actually working with animals. This could be animal signs, synchronicities, things like that, because we do have the synchronization card over here. But we'll get to that in a minute. These could be coming in the form of signs, symbols, animal totems, etc. But you are the channel. You are the anchor. And we have the revolution card here with sorcery. By maintaining that vision, by maintaining that connection to Gaia and to the animal kingdom, if any one of you guys has ever used telepathy with animals, you know you have to be in a balanced state in order to communicate with them. You just have to bring yourself into a state of balance in order to be able to telepathically communicate with them. And like there's a common understanding. They know what you're saying. Hi, Sonia. Even got a volunteer job in her boyfriend's town for the summer. That's so cool. At an animal shelter. I love that. Hello, Ben. So you are the revolution. You are the sorcerer. Maintain that vision. Maintain your grounding. Okay. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Very grounded card. New grounded phase, new cycle moving forward. This is opportunities, tangible opportunities being handed to you, being gifted to you, possibly because you fucking deserve it, from the universe. This is a card of universal gifts, balance, order being restored. So, Ace of Pentacles, this is something tangible. This is something, oh, you're driving? Okay, drive safely. We love you, Ben. But you are creating these opportunities because you have stayed in alignment, or you're working on it. Either way, that's alignment. That's authenticity. Don't fault yourself whenever you kind of stumble here and there, because that's part of the path. I mean, you were put in a human vessel, and humans are notoriously imperfect. So it's okay to be imperfect, even though you're a star seed. And yes, we do have that card showing up here, but we'll get to that also in a minute. Home changes, moving, and approval. Right next to that Ace of Pentacles, you could receive some kind of an offer or something coming through. Like if you're looking to move, your offer is accepted, or you've been approved to start leasing or renting, whatever. This could just be in regard to getting a raise or some kind of a promotion or something like that. It could be, mending relationships with those in your life that are part of your day-to-day, your home life. Hi, Cassandra. Your sense of belonging, your sense of home. Maintain your peace. Okay, I'm getting two messages. Maintain your inner peace. Do whatever you can to maintain that right now, so that these transitions can flow a little bit more smoothly. When we allow ourselves to step outside of our own inner peace, when we allow ourselves to engage in that chaos, we're not at the proper frequency to be able to cause a revolution within ourselves or our external circumstances. We're not. So we manifest by default. You're still a master manifester no matter what, but when you manifest by default in those lower frequencies, when you're not in balance, when you're not in your peace, it looks like this. Okay, so, and not at all bashing you for at times not being able to maintain your peace, because you are human, okay, and notoriously imperfect. So Um, this is a path of mastery. It's a path of practice. So you're not going to be perfect at it constantly all the time, and you're not meant to. So, whenever you notice yourself getting kind of flighty, kind of out of your balance, your peace, then rein yourself back in. It's all about discipline. Hi, Matt. Um, Self-discipline. Okay. Visualization, again, a vision card, maintaining that vision, seeing yourself in your desired outcome. Okay. And embracing yourself, suspending yourself in that space, embracing the bliss. Okay. Trust the vision. It wouldn't have come to you if you hadn't already created it. If you can perceive it, it is created already. So remind yourself of that. You are star seed. You are new earth volunteer, whatever it is. Not everyone has to be star seed, but I guarantee most of you, if you're resonating with this podcast, then you are. But embrace it, use it. You hold a dual citizenship for this planet and others, or other planes of existence. Okay. Um, so use it. Nourishment. Fill up your own cup. Self-care. Right now, we are all being bombarded with intense chaotic energy, individually and collectively. So it's we've got to ground extra right now. We've talked about that. Cleansing and maintaining your spiritual hygiene is very important right now. Nurturing yourself, forgiving yourself for when you do stumble, because you will. Okay, you just will. Having grace and forgiveness for yourself for not being 100% perfect star seed all the time. Like, I'm the model star seed, like Earth model 204. Nourish yourself because you're still human. Okay. You've got DNA activations going on. We'll get back to this, but okay. Upgrades in the crystalline body. Ebb and flow. Give and receive gracefully. Now is the time more than ever to give and receive kindness, being graceful with one another, even when our views don't align with each other. Okay. Um, Freedom is being able to think differently, not having to be, you know, fed narratives, being able to think for yourself. So keep your thoughts in alignment with your goals. Again, that's touching back to the the vision cards, the 2 vision cards we've already gotten, and the maintaining your balance, your peace, right? That's a yin yang, right? So ebb and flow, give and receive, um, balance and maintain right now. Okay. Uh, this is opening up Delta doorway, forgive, ugh, forgiveness and limitless freedom. Remember, it's first created in the quantum, and then you are the anchor, you are the grounding conduit. If you can perceive it, it already exists in the quantum. So it's up to you to ground that into your physical experience. Um, you've been working towards one specific direction or one specific trajectory, and you have been healing and working on yourself and realigning and getting triggered and then coming back into balance, and it's been a fucking journey, let me tell you. But this is part of the shift within your own individual life, as well as the collective right now. But individually, you're going to experience shifts in your own timeline, in your own reality. Okay, so this is happening to unbind you, but first you need to release those worries, fears, and doubt. That's what's happening right now. That's why all of these things are being triggered, so that we can face them head on, so that we're not allowing fear to control and manipulate us, and our ability to make decisions, right? And our ability to process events, circumstances. So the another card of transformation, bottom of the deck. Transformation, radical change. Okay, this is what's happening. And radical change is never comfortable. We missed you too, Ben. Radical change is never comfortable because we get all comfort zone. We're humans, right? And we adapt. So we can adapt to the most shit circumstances and then make that our comfort zone. So then whenever anything deviates from that, we're like freaking out, man, right? But it's not always a bad change. Even though it might look chaotic, it might look uncertain. It's more often than not, especially whenever you put your frequency there and align to that, you know, it turns out better than you could have anticipated. And that's what we're about to see here. This is that internal shift, talking about that internal shift. Once, as above, so below, as within, so without. Once you shift internally, your external circumstances begin to adapt and change and, you know, bring those energies in to fruition. Balance right behind that. Again, more balance, 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 balance. It is so needed right now for all of us. And, you know, our empathic nature as, you know, spiritualists or whatever you want to label, whatever it is, we're always taking on the emotions or even thoughts of others. Yes, you can hear thoughts of others, especially if you're more prone to telepathy. And a lot of people that aren't aware of that gift will receive these thoughts and believe that they're their own. So they'll take that on and own that energy. Not every thought you think is yours because you're not thinking it. Okay. You're grabbing it out of the quantum. And the quantum is a melting pot of tons of other energies, tons of other thoughts, tons of everything. It's all created in the quantum. Okay. Not everything is in tangible creation here, but there it is. So someone needs to hear this. You need to shield and protect yourself. You need to double check whether these thoughts come from you originally or if you grabbed it out of the quantum. Not saying that you're being attacked or entities are fucking with you or anything like that, because it's not always that. But it is just simply that you're not really shielding and protecting your energy. You're not really you know, allowing your auric field, your etheric field, to filter through those energies that aren't yours because you're so open and susceptible to others, you know, bombarding your energy or telling you what to think or telling you what to do or how to behave or who to be, and, you know, all of those things. Even if you're not that way now, but you once were, make sure that you are, you know, you can program your field with that filter, with that protection. Okay, so make sure that you're doing that, because not everything is yours, especially emotions, because most of you are empathic. But that applies to your thoughts as well. There's a lot of quantum energy showing up today. They're wanting to talk about quantum, which is how synchronicities find their way to us, paying attention to the signs around, and numerology. Signs, symbols can come through as numbers, animals, signs, bugs, you know, words, hearing the same word a few times throughout your day, or reading it, seeing it, catching your eye, license plates, or, you know, anything can be symbolism. And that's how the quantum communicates with us. And that's how our guides communicate with us, because they're over there. They're in the quantum, just chilling. So they're like, yo, check out that bird. That's a pretty bird. What kind of bird is that? What does that kind of bird mean? What's the symbolism, the spiritual symbolism of that bird? Oh, this is exactly the message I needed to hear right this moment. So if that's you, pay attention, okay? We have kindness showing up with love in action. Again, being kind to ourselves and to others right now, regardless if our beliefs match each other. And I know how difficult that can be. at this point in time specifically, but it's part of the mission. Okay. So, maintaining that balanced perspective, understanding that there are others who are far more deeply programmed than you were able to be, okay? Because you came through with that clearer signal, you New Earth Volunteer, you. So, um, we have to understand it with that perspective too. Um, and I've been trying, and I know it's difficult, and I'm still trying every moment of every day. I'm still trying. I'm still trying out in public. I make remarks to people about, like, kidnappers and that, white supremacist stuff, just to see any ruffled feathers in town, because there are a lot of those kinds of um, people that think those ways around here. So I am being a little loud right now, but I'm also doing it with the purpose of bringing these things to light. Um, so, you do it how it works for you. Try to remain balanced as possible, as balanced as possible right now. You're laughing because yes. Oh my gosh, Ben, you had a condor fly by you. Yes, on fly by on you yesterday. Sorry, this like lack of sleep thing must be getting to me. Um, that's super awesome. I haven't seen a condor in years. How beautiful. Definitely pay attention to that then. Um, my cat's reaching her arm under the door to play with her toys that are in here, but she's out there. Saw her little kitty arm like this. I'm gonna let her in real quick because she's a brat and she'll continue being loud. Come on, sissy. Come on. There you go. Little brat cat. Um, I'm on my podcast. Are there enough for everyone? Then yes, all of you can have one. Tell your brothers. Okay, popsicle. Reading this book, The Physics of Consciousness, the Quantum Field. That's awesome, Sonia. You must be bringing in the quantum energies then, huh? Sleeping is rough in these energies. I even whenever I try to wake up early so I can be tired earlier, it hasn't been working like it normally would. I still can't fall asleep. Even if I turn everything off and just lay there, I'll lay there for hours. So it's just the energies, man. Dunky no nuts. That was Lyra. She's the brat baby. But yeah, Duncan is around here pouting somewhere because he can't go back outside. Because I'll let him outside in the morning and then he'll come back in around 3 or 4 p.m. And if I let him back out, he won't come home till like 3 in the morning. And I can't sleep if my animals, like if any of them are outside and I know it. Um, so then that's contributed to the lack of sleep too. So he's getting brought in and kept in whenever he comes home for lunch. And he's not happy about it. So he's pouting somewhere. They are so big and so beautiful. They really, really are. That's so awesome for you, Ben. I love that. So pay attention to those signs and synchronicities. We have the healing card showing up here, and that's the card I'm going to show next because the cards underneath it, there are two, go with it so well for now, for like this time in our human history. Healing, restoring back to health. And we've talked about Gaia being restored to her full beauty once again, her true state once again. We're doing this first within ourselves, restoring ourselves to our natural, perfect state. And that's been through this process of healing, of forgiveness, of consciousness, of enlightenment. And nobody here is fully enlightened. We're just going to say that now. Everyone is on a path to enlightenment. I don't care who you are. I'm on a path to enlightenment, and Joe Blow on the street corner is also on a path to enlightenment. Okay, doesn't matter who's backgrounds or what, we're all on a path to understanding ourselves deeper, understanding the universe, the multiverse, the, source deeper. Because we're all bits of source, and the reason why source decided to bust out with all these different little pieces of itself was so that it could learn more about itself and what its capabilities of creation were. Okay. And creation has no limit. So here we all are. We are ever evolving, ever experiencing, okay, ever learning, ever enlightening ourselves forever. It's a big truth. Thanks, Wendy. I'm glad I make you laugh. I make me laugh too, but I think I'm hilarious. So I'm glad that other people think so too. And that is me, embracing that part and celebrating that part of myself and not being 1 ounce egotistical, because I am fucking amazing. So start thinking that way about yourself if that offends you. And I know none of you are offended. I'm just saying, for whoever that lands on. But that healing card, restoring back to health. And directly under that card, I'll show you how they actually came out. Okay, they came out like this exactly. So the healing card over greed and high vibrations. Because we're healing, we're restoring back to health the way it's meant to be. Yes, we are all amazing. So we are healing this greed, control, manipulation, and selfish intent, really on stage in our faces with these so-called world leaders. And we're bringing compassion, forgiveness, and oneness. Okay, forgiveness here to this greed, control, manipulation, selfish intent. That's why we have to, no matter how hard it is, we have to maintain that higher perspective, understand that they are deeply, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, cemented in this deep, dark programming. So holding space, sending love, sending compassion, seeing their hearts soften, holding the space for that to take place, because this plane is ascending. We're hurtling through space right now. All of these high frequencies are hitting us. Solar flares, all this solar activity is, have y'all seen the Schumann? We had 2 blackouts in the last, not 24 hours now, because I'm sure that's passed by now, but in the last 48 hours, 2 blackouts, 1 whiteout. And just up the wazoo colors, and it's been crazy. So we've got all of this high frequency energy hitting us, okay? They have no other option but to awaken to their true humanity that's in there somewhere, even if it's a little tiny shadow of a glimmer of a spark of light, okay? It's in there. And once that fully ignites, the rest is going to melt away. You might have already seen it with a lot of people who voted for the T-rump, okay? A lot of them are experiencing guilt, regret, and deep sadness that they didn't see how manipulated that they were, right? A lot of them are starting to shift. Okay, you can see it happening in real time. A lot are really holding on to that vile hatred, but we're in this new earth split, like Dolores talked about, but it is not a physical split. Okay, we're all living in different frequencies, in different dimensions. Some are in what people understand as 5D already and have been. Some are just entering it. Some have been there for a little while. Some are stuck in, lower 3D stuff. And we all exist on the same rock at the same time still. Because we're meant to, because those who are more rigid and, beaten down and cemented in those programs because of, the reincarnation cycle, they start to soften once more and more around them begin to soften, begin to see, begin to, truly step into their own truth. Even the most difficult ones will begin to soften. Not all of them will. And then there will be coming such a point in time where various different reasons they are no longer on planet. So, it's going to continue for a little bit longer, but continue to hold those high frequencies, okay? Those high vibrations, love, compassion, forgiveness, and oneness, because all anything you can possibly conceptualize, all is of source. There is nothing that is not of source. There's no opposite of source. Source is all that is. So even these self-created thought forms that people label as demon and are fearful and like attacking and running away from all the time, and instead of actually, understanding, having compassion, integrating, healing, all of those things, they keep that friction there. They keep resisting, so it keeps persisting, and then we have this vicious cycle. Even those things are of source because you're a bit of source and you're the one that created it. Or that, collective of people are all source, and their consciousness created said thing. So it is a creation of source, therefore it is source. I didn't, birth my children and not claim them as my children. I know they're a part of me because I made them. So how could you think that anything is not of source? Okay. So even if that's all you can hold on to is, what? I have compassion, love, and understanding for you, even though you're a filthy, vile, despicable type of human being. I still hold that love for you because you also are a part of source. And what is this teaching me right now? What is this highlighting for me right now? What else could I see from the situation to gain a deeper understanding of myself or these circumstances? Because it's not always about you. So use these situations to strengthen yourself in any way possible. We have the strength card next to that healing card, power and endurance. Your softness is your strength. Your love is your strength. You are your strength. And it does take a lot of strength to endure some of the shit that is going on right now. To endure much of the shit that we've all endured in our own individual experiences, because no one should exist this way. No one should have to live this way. This shouldn't be the way that it is. And we recognize that. We understand that. We don't just fall in line. We think for ourselves and say, hey, something's off about this. Because this doesn't sit right. This doesn't feel right. Something is amiss here. Whether I know what it is or not, we're gonna go deeper into this. Okay? Your softness is your strength. DNA activations with upgrades on the crystalline body right next to that high vibrations card. Okay. So holding that frequency, holding the love, compassion, forgiveness, and oneness of all that is, even if you don't agree with it, okay, is helping to activate your crystalline body even more so. Okay. You don't just get one activation. No siree, no ma'am. You don't just get one activation, just like you don't have just one spiritual awakening. You don't just have one lesson in this lifetime. There's not just one. It's constant. My printer has decided to do something. I don't know because I haven't used it today, but yeah, it's confirming for me. It's getting activations and upgrades right now, probably. It has its own email address and everything, you guys. So it communicates with the mothership from time to time. So that's what it's doing right now. Your activations. And speaking of mothership, that brings me right back to that Starseed card that's right up above this DNA activations card. with nourishment, okay, surrounding both of them. Fill up your own cup. You are experiencing heavy activations right now, upgrades. And as you continue to hold the light, to hold the love, the compassion, the forgiveness in every situation, it's okay to be pissed off about it. Have your little moment, okay? And then be like, okay, now what does the higher perspective part want to show me about this, and then step off into that, but try to, in every scenario, bring that higher perspective into things. It does not mean that you can excuse or okay their behavior or allow someone to treat you just any type of way. Absolutely the fuck not. That is not spirituality. Okay, that is being a sheeple, and we don't do that here. Okay, you're not going to respect me, then you can fucking bounce, or I'll get you bounced. Okay, bye. Or you are not taking my people. You are not going to treat us this way. Holly went to town hall. I don't know what for. I'm not all up in your business, and I'm not trying to broadcast that, Holly, but it's just a great example, going and speaking, advocating for yourself whenever you're being trampled upon. Galactic send you a message on your printer. It didn't print anything yet, but it's awake now. So it was like doing its little checking and scanning and all of the internal stuff moving around, but it didn't ever print anything out. So I don't know what it's doing. So yeah, continue to anchor that frequency whenever you possibly can. Does not mean become a doormat, does not mean to stay silent, to allow injustice to happen right in front of you, especially if you are compelled to speak up. Absolutely do so. That is so necessary right now. If you have the platform for it, do it. Rebel in any peaceful way possible. And we'll hold the vision and stay in our bliss, trusting that we are the anchors of the new earth frequency. It doesn't matter what they try to do to rock us. We will not be taken out of our power. We will not be stuffed into the fear box again. So love you guys. And that wasn't for you guys. That was to the man, stick it to the man type stuff. Yeah. Stick it to the man. We need all of our hippies to come out again, just like the 60s and the 70s. We need y'all. We need to become that again. All right. Love you, Wendy. All right, let me get my stuff put together, put all back in place, and the star card stayed on the desk. I picked up the rest of the deck, but the star card stayed. Blow days are over. Maybe not that part, but peace and love, man. Woodstock, like, Wendy's a hippie, yes. You guys are welcome. I love you. But we're going to do a meditation because I think it's so important right now to do as much of that as we possibly can. And I have come up with a really cool and interesting one for us today. So I'm pretty excited about it. I want to see how you guys like it, because you're going to become your star self again. Peace and love. Yes. You're welcome, Susan. I love you. I love you guys. Hello, Dallas. All right. So we will begin the meditation in just a minute. If you guys want to situate yourselves, get comfortable, get in your Zen spot, or if you are driving or something, unable to meditate right now, you can just listen in and, visualize as you're doing whatever you're doing, if you can do that safely. And then come back to it and watch it again on replay if you want to engage in the meditation yourself. But yeah, I'll give you guys just a minute or so to get cozy. Find your spot, whether you're sitting or laying down. It's up to you. I hear a lawnmower outside, but it sounds distant. So, hi, Jay. Hopefully, they don't come very much closer. Can you guys hear the lawnmower? I don't want it to mess with the meditation. I should put the meditation music on, get the volume adjusted. That would be smart. Okay. It might be loud initially, you guys. Just let's not do that. I think it's where I put it last time. If you have clear, hold on. If you have clear skies, go look up afterwards. Yes, that's a great idea, Catherine. Okay, no, you can't hear it. Okay, cool. You had a peaceful day, Linda. Awesome. Lots of drama. Balance, yeah, for real. Oh my goodness. That, you got your contrast there, so that's always good. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Sandy is one of my oldest friends, actually. We've known each other since I think I was like 5 when we met. But yeah, Sandy has a twin, Mandy. I think I've mentioned them to you guys before, like way back on one of the previous episodes. But yeah, that's my friend Sandy. Hello. Thank you for joining us. If you want to stick around and do a meditation, we're about to do that. I miss you too, love. Stay safe out there. Stay safe out there. She is still, in my home county, and there's a lot of craziness. But okay. Susan, she's our welcome wagon. We love you, Susan. Calling the Star family in. They may show up. Absolutely. All right, guys. If you are comfortable, I'm going to hold my microphone just in case my kids try to get loud. Okay. Now, I want you to close your eyes. Take a deep, slow breath in. And then release on the exhale. Do it again, deeper this time. Inhale through your nose. Inhale into any area of your body that may be carrying tension. And then exhale, releasing tension from your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Feel the weight of your body supported by the earth. And now begin to gently shift your awareness from your body to your energy. Picture your consciousness rising gently above your body, floating upward through the roof above your home, higher and higher. You're passing through the clouds now, up through the atmosphere, one by one. You pass through Earth's magnetic layers, each one softening your attachment to form. You begin to feel lighter, clearer, more expansive. You see the curve of Gaia below you, beautiful, radiant, alive. You pause to witness her, to thank her, and then you continue rising. You zoom outward through the vastness of space, past satellites and moons, planets and light trails. You see constellations dancing in the distance, solar systems turning, stars being born, stars returning to light. Nebulae bloom in radiant colors, galaxies spiral with memory. And then you feel a subtle tug, a distant frequency that knows you, one that you are already connected to. This is your star. Let yourself arrive. You are in the presence of a great light, ancient, warm, familiar. This star is you. That never forgot, that never fractured. Take like to be the star. Nothing to prove, nothing to fix. Just existing, shining, being, radiating as you were designed to. Notice how your light just is. It isn't earned. It isn't transactional. It shines because that's what it's made for. Feel the wholeness of that. The joy of just being. There are no conditions here, no roles, no burdens. Just brilliance, just truth, just your presence, illuminating everything around you. You are whole. You are complete. You are remembered. Now begin to return slowly, gently. You wave goodbye to your star. Let you carry it within you now. Back through the constellations, past nebulae and light fields, until Gaia returns beneath you. You descend again through the magnetic layers, through the sky, back toward your home, and finally back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, breathe deeply, anchor. Let the memory of your star still glow within you. That feeling, that radiance is still there. It is you. You now carry the wisdom of your own light back into this human life. From this space, how do you want to walk through the world? How does a star being move, speak, create, and love? Affirm, I remember my light. I remember my truth. I remember that I am whole, radiant, and free, simply because I am. And I allow this remembering to guide me from this moment forward. I'll take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. All right. Hopefully everyone heard me. I know you guys told me that I needed to speak up. I'm sorry. Thank you, Holly. It's a little difficult trying to gauge my voice from my regular speaking voice into, with the microphone and being closer. I don't want to be too loud and I don't want to be too soft. Thank you, Sandy. Love you. So, if you were unable to join us for the meditation, you can definitely watch the replay and do that later before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning, whatever works best for you. And you can go back to it anytime. Let me turn off this music here. There we go. Oh, I love that, Wendy. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Anna. I'm glad. You're welcome, Susan. I love you. Love you, Sandy. Oh, thanks, Patrick. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe I'll have to do another one, just record the meditation itself and put it as a link on YouTube. That way, just get the meditation part and I can make sure that the audio is adjusted properly. But thank you. We haven't had that issue before, so I don't know. Intuitively started stretching my hips and abs. Something popped and aligned back into place. Nice, Anna. That's awesome. Thank you, Linda. All right. So I haven't yet decided what tomorrow's topic is going to be. There are so many of them and so much energy flying around. So we'll see what they want me to talk about tomorrow. But tomorrow is also going to be my Friday. So I won't see you guys for a couple of days, but I will see you again on Sunday. Watch the replay. Awesome, Patrick. Thank you. Maybe use some headphones. I don't want to be too loud because it kind of defeats the purpose of the meditative hypnotic voice, but yeah, I'll have to do some adjustments on my end. But I don't know, technology's wonky lately. The energies are crazy. Schumann is spiking all over the place. So it's just one of those things. I mean, it's like a Mercury retrograde, but it's not retro. Use headphones. Yeah, use headphones. You melted into your bed. Good. I hope you get a nice, relaxing evening and a good night's sleep. Thank you, Holly. I love you. All right, guys. So tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. British summertime. And I'll let you guys know what the topic is sometime tonight, probably later than most of you are going to be up, as it has been lately. But yeah, and if you are wanting to make some purchases for my products, rebelspiritrising.com. Everything is slashed right now, super sales going on my products and on my services. So if you've been looking to book a service and it's been a little bit, the economy lately, I've got a $22 one question quick one that I can send to you. It's in video format as an email, or we can do $44 for a half hour session with me. And then it's $111 for an hour long session, because an hour takes a lot out of me, so got to compensate for that. But if you are looking to book a service, make sure you do that. All of my stuff is on sale right now. So fragrances, meditation oils, the whole bit. The skin and hair oils, the skin and hair serums, those are on sale right now too. So make sure that you grab those deals while they're hot. I am trying to pay my bills, y'all, so I could use all the extra love and support that I can get. If you have any issues, if it's an international order, I had an issue with an international order today, so DM me, let me know, and I've got some workarounds. I can send you a direct invoice for it, things like that. So I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you book with me or buy some of my products on my website, rebelspiritrising.com. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Take